Hey ladies, welcome back. If it's your first time joining me, hey boo, I am glad to have you. I am Tiye Harris, founder of Total Love Makeover. Today we are continuing a series on how to identify who it is you want versus what it is you want, because there is a difference, and it is a big difference. If you haven't caught the first episode where I talk about your core essentials, then please jump over and catch that one. You may in fact want to watch that one before this one so you know what we're talking about. Today we are continuing with the second part of identifying who you are so that you will know who you want, your non-negotiables. Your non-negotiables include 6 core pillars that are basically your values. Consequently, these are also things that most couples fight over and break up over the most. I call these 6 pillars non-negotiables because the way you feel about them today is very unlikely to change. Your partner, his non-negotiables are very unlikely to change also. Someone with a non-negotiable that doesn't match your own doesn't necessarily mean you guys won't work out. It just means it's probably gonna be an issue. And you have to ask yourself if you're willing to deal with these things from now until forever. So what are these non-negotiables? Marriage, kids, family, sex, money, and religion. When it comes to marriage, do you want to get married? If you don't, that's perfectly fine. If you do, that's fine too. But you have to decide and stand for something so you won't fall for just anything. You may be in a relationship where you guys have been together for 3, 5, 7, 10 years, and now you're lying to yourself and the whole community saying, oh no, girl, I ain't really trying to get married no more. But you know whether or not that is the truth or not. Now, you may be fronting to everybody else, but you're alone with you. So if you truly do want to get married, then you have to accept that as a core value. Kids, you may already have children and not want more. You may not have children and not want any children. You may want children in the future. When you meet a guy and he says, oh yeah, nah, I don't really want kids, but you do want children, don't go chasing waterfalls thinking that you're going to change his mind with your love. These are non-negotiables. You're not going to change your mind. It's very unlikely that he's going to change his mind, and somebody's going to give. And whoever it is that does give, they might end up miserable. Family. Now, when I say family, I don't necessarily mean, do you want to have 8 kids or 2 kids or only 1 child? I'm talking more about extended family. Like, are you close to your mother, your siblings, your aunts, your uncles, your cousins, your grandparents? Is family very, very important to you? If so, then that is unlikely to change. And someone who doesn't really like to be around extended family that much, it's not bad, it's just different. It doesn't necessarily mean you guys won't work out, but it does mean this is not something you're willing to budge on. This is probably not something he's willing to budge on. So somebody in the end is going to give. Is that something that you're going to be able to handle? If not, then you're looking for a man who enjoys being around family too. Sex. What are your views on sex? What is important to you? Some people are very open. Some people are very strict. My husband and I, we waited to have sex until we were married, but that is something that we both valued and that is something that we both wanted to do. Figure out who you are in terms of your sexual boundaries in dating. That way you're able to identify who it is you want. Money. When I say money, I don't necessarily mean money management, because money management can be taught. What I mean by money is really how you value your thoughts, your beliefs around money. Do you believe money is very limited? I'm frugal. I save my money. I don't spend my money. Or maybe you're very generous. I give my money and I feel like the more money I give, the more it'll come back to me. And if you really, really are a generous person, then somebody that is stingy and believes that you should save every penny that you have, you guys may not vibe the best. It doesn't mean that you guys can't work together. It just means it's probably going to be an issue. Or you can say from the beginning, I'm looking for a man who is generous. Lastly, religion or spirituality. If you're devout and it's a very, very core part of who you are, dating someone outside of your religious beliefs, it's probably gonna end up being a challenge for you. Is that something that you're willing to deal with? Now, these 6 non-negotiables: marriage, children, family, sex, money, religion, they're not necessarily deal breakers. However, it would behoove you to use some wisdom here and know that those that don't match your non-negotiables, it's probably not going to work. I was in very serious relationships with great guys. Oh my God, they were great guys, some of them were, but they were crappy boyfriends. And these are the things that I saw from the beginning, but I didn't clearly define them for myself. So I didn't understand that this was going to be the end. Like if I look back after having worked these things out for myself, I knew from the very beginning, and I could have saved myself a lot of heartache. So that's what I give to you. Do with it what you will. I hope that you will discover your own non-negotiables in those 6 areas and use them to really wisely assess whether or not somebody is worth being with you for the long haul. I hope this episode served you. I really do. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already subscribed, because there is one more part to this series that you don't want to miss. If you liked this video, then please like it. And if you'd like to share it, I'd love it if you did that. So thank you so much in advance for doing so. If you haven't jumped over to totallovemakeover.com and joined the mailing list that I call the dressing room, then please do, so you can stay in the TLM know. You can have the love that you want. Sometimes it just takes doing something different to get something different. I'm living proof of that. And if you're willing to do the work, which I hope you are, then I am more than willing to help you get there. Until next time. Our core essentials are like that compass for us. If we identify these for ourselves, we'll know right off the bat who's not going to work.